Good morning, Elements Live, or Elements, Elements members, Elements Club members. It's Coach Beth here, and we're getting set up to do some senior fit. We have 45 minutes of movement coming right up. I'm just getting my camera set up. I hope you are well. So Tote Bag Tuesday came and went, and hopefully without any any issues. I'm back with some hand weights today. I'm going to be using some kettlebells. They're 10 pounds each. That's just what I have around my house. You might have some dumbbells, you might have some canned foods or bottles of laundry detergent. Those make really nice handles. Whether the bottle is full or half full, either way, it makes a good mode of resistance. And maybe if you end up emptying one of those in the next few weeks, keep that bottle and then you can fill it and empty it as you please with water or sand or rocks, whatever you've got. Just make sure you're not overloading it. I like that method because it's got a handle. That's important. But let's get set up. You're gonna need your chair. You're going to want some water and some sort of resistance tool. Like I said, a hand weight, a can of food, a bottle of detergent, something like that. So I'm in my home studio again today. A little chilly yet outside to be moving, and a little windy. I didn't want that wind to interfere with the sound. So let me make sure that you can see me. Oh yeah, no problem. Great. All right, so as people start joining us here, I want to remind you that to join this Facebook Live feed, you do not have to be a member of Elements Clubs to join. So you can tell your friends, your neighbors, your family, people who you think could benefit from this modality of senior fit and just kind of homegrown fitness to join us. I'm so glad you're with me today. Go ahead and have a seat in your chair. And we're gonna start with some nice deep breathing. I've got my water here. I'm gonna put it down below. Hello. Alrighty. Find your sits bones beneath you. Your feet should be flat on the floor. You wanna make sure that it's a well-fitted chair. I like to see people sitting on a level that's hips are higher than the knees. Hips are higher than the knees, okay? That just opens up this zone of the hip flexors so that it's a little bit better and easier on your low back. All right, welcome. Thanks for coming. Beautiful day out today, nice and cool. Good time to get your walk in right after our workout. Maybe you already did that. Either way, let your arms hang down by your sides. Right there. I'm gonna have to scoot forward to create that. Alrighty. Let's start with a nice easy shoulder shrug up to the ears and gently lower down. And up, nice and slow. Down you go. And up. I want you to look out at your horizon. If your phone is way down on the floor or whatever you're looking at, see if you can prop it up someplace so that if you need to watch, it's more out at eye level instead of down below you. I want to work on keeping that posture nice and open and tall, especially for that upper back, upper mid back. All right, let's take that right arm up high. Bring it down. Left arm, notice I'm working on an angle. It's not straight up. Up high, down, and left, and down. This is your chance to do a nice comparison, right shoulder to left shoulder. See how they feel. If that's too high, just go out to the side. But I am reaching the arm back behind the shoulder as far as it'll go without me losing my nice strong posture, ribs over hips. This is the modification, out to the side. Palm is nice and big and open. And then the left out to the side. Here's the original exercise, the progressed version. I'm going up, opening up that armpit. Reach the fingertips farther away, up to the ceiling. And up, All right, let's take it to both arms. So here's the modified. On the horizon, out. Squeezing those shoulder blades together and below the shoulder blades. Try not to squeeze above them, up in this zone. Keep that open and relaxed. Squeeze the upper mid-back. Let's say mid-back. We'll get out of that upper back. Now the progressed exercise is up high and down. Up and down. Again, as you reach those arms up, especially both arms now, don't push those ribs out in front of you. Keep them stacked over your hips. 3 more. And down. And 2. Nice big armpits. Down. And 1. Right there. Nice. Give me a slouch, 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 and grow up tall. Slouch the posture. Grow up tall. Good. Even drop that head if you want. Oh, rounding that spine. And slouch. Now, instead of slouching, I'm going to purposefully round my posture forward. This time I'm going to reach my head out over my knees, towards my toes. Take a deep breath. Gather up your abdominals and rise back up to build your posture. Let's try that again. Inhaling. Exhale, round down. Take a deep breath once you've reached your flexion limit. Exhale, rise up, using the abdominal control. Good. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, round forward. Head to toes. That means we're reaching forward, not just down. And then exhale, gather your abdominals right through here to control the spinal posture. Great job. All right, while you're sitting, keep those feet flat on the floor, keep the hips anchored, and I'm going to twist to the right here, using your leg as leverage, using the back of the chair as leverage. Grow tall through the chest here. And while you're here, I want to slide the shoulders down the back. Good, to create more length in the spine. And let's turn you around to the left. Leveraging on that left knee, lifting, look out at your horizon, maybe look a little bit behind you to promote those shoulders rotating. Now I'm just going to check and make sure that my hips didn't twist. They did a little bit, I cheated a little bit, but then I corrected it. So make sure your hips are still squared with your chair. And then join me back in the middle. All right, we're gonna spin the arms. Spin the arms. From here, move your feet out a little bit wider on the floor and go right, go left, go right, go left. And I'm shifting my weight hip to hip. You feel that underneath you? Good. Massaging the glutes, as well as where the hamstrings attach to the hips. All right, reverse your arms and then go forward and back. Not too far forward. I don't want you to strain or load the back, the low back. I just want to move forward and back on the hips. Forward and back. There we go. You've reversed those arms. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Let's swing those arms, bring them a little closer together. As we swing the arms, we're going to prepare to stand up on our feet. So let's swing for 5, 4, 3, 2, ready, and up you go. All right, here's that posture. We're tying everything together like a girdle around the hips, thighs, and low abs and waist, right? Like you're standing in a river, a swift, cold river. That river is not going to knock you off of your feet. That's what I'm after. All right, take the feet out a little bit wider. I'm going to turn up my music just a little bit. Hopefully you can hear that. There we go. Step right, step left, step right, step left. Hands on hips. Let's add a little bit of a nip, a knee dip. That's called a nip. A knee dip. Good. This is too fast. Definitely slow it down for your taste and ability. kind of taking inventory here. How do the knees feel? How do the hips and low back feel as you start to move? All right, arms, we're gonna change. We're gonna reach them in a diagonal, reach. The other hand pushes away, push it away, push it away. The other arm reaches up, up, up. Remember, if reaching overhead is problematic, reach out on the horizon. Right there. Let's do 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Good, hands on the hips. Side to side. Now what I'm going to do is slowly rotate to the right. Okay, you're going to rotate the feet, rotate the body. So now you're doing more of a rocking horse, forward and back. I still want to think of shifting my weight. One leg to the other, one leg to the other. Just changing the load. Abs are strong, spine is long. Arms, now let's swing them forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. Now, on the way back, let's do a low row. Pull, pull. Low row, elbows fly right past your waist. Reach, pull. Find that mid-back again. Find that mid-back. A little bit of the lats. Backs of the shoulders. Low row. Find your shoulder blades. Draw them towards each other as you pull those elbows back. Reach and back. 2. Yep, the music's coming back, I promise. 1, facing forward. Left, right, left, right. Okay, now we're gonna do a slow rotation to the left. Make sure you're not stepping on your weights or your chair. Forward, back. Let's just start with an arm swing with momentum, just to get our rhythm. There we go. And then the arms progress to a low row. Pull. Left foot should be forward, right foot should be back. Forward, back. Shifting our weight forward and back to play with the balance a little bit. Pull, and pull, and pull. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands on hips. Let's go ahead and turn to face me again. There you go. Look out at your horizon. I'm going to go back into a little squat. So bring those feet a little closer together, between hip and shoulder width apart. All right. We're going to set the hips back over our chair. Hold right there. Now make sure you can still see your toes, that your knees are not in the way. If your knees are in the way, you need to push your hips back a little bit more. Let's stand on up, stand in that river. Gird the body, hips, waist. There we go. You ready? We're gonna try that squat again. Sit back. Good, now on the way up, you're gonna stand in that swift river. Don't let it knock you over. Make sure that when you stand up, you're not locking your knees. Sit back, right over your chair. And stand up in the river. Sit back, stand up. Now, I'm touching my chair. My chair is a little bit higher here. It's another reason to put a pillow or a cushion on your chair. Not only so you sit a little straighter, it's better for the low back, but you reach it sooner when you do a squat. That's not cheating. It's what gets you there. Keeps you in good form, then so be it. Standing in the river, sitting back over the chair. Stand in the river, tight, sit back. How about one more? Right about there. Great job. Shake those legs out. Grab a drink of water here. I feel pretty good about that warm up. I hope you do too. Shoulders, hip. We got some rotation going. All right, so whatever you're using for resistance today, I'm going to use a kettlebell. That's what I have laying around. If you have some canned foods, bottles of detergent, whatever it is, Let's start with the right arm. All right, I'm gonna set my feet out wider. I'm seated. I'm gonna lower the weight to the floor. Now, yes, I'm in a forward position, but I don't want my shoulders to drop below my hips. Okay, so keep the spine long, keep the chest proud, and reach for your weight. Now, when you go back down, you don't have to put the weight down. I'm just gonna move down, forward, and sit back up. Move down, forward, and sit back up. Now, you really want to incorporate the abdominals. If this hurts your back, either don't go down so far, or cue those abs a little more. 2 more. And up. 1 more. And up. Hold your seated posture. Curl the weight up to the shoulder. Press it up. Bring it down. And open the curl. Do that again. Curl. Up. Bring it down. And lower. We're doing 2 more like this. Curl nice and slowly. Press it up. Make sure it's not bothering your shoulder. You can skip that phase if it bothers your shoulder. Press it up. Bring it down. And lower. Now, lean that right forearm on your right thigh for leverage. And you're gonna do a little preacher curl right here. Curl it up. Lower down. Straighten that arm all the way down as you bring it up. Some people like to anchor their elbow, their hand, making sure that all stays supported. Lower down, bring it in. Lower down, bring it in. If this is uncomfortable, you're welcome to sit up straight and do the same curl, right? Keeping that elbow right up against the hip. Let's switch hands with that weight. Here we go. Using that right hand on the right thigh as support if you need it to go down, move it towards the floor and sit up. Move it down, exhale, sit up. Nice strong abs here. Spine stays straight. To reach down, avoid rounding the spine. Simply hinge at your hips. 1 more time. And we're gonna curl to the shoulder. Reach the left arm up. Bring it down. Uncurl it. Now, if you don't have weights to hold, it's okay. Keep moving with me. Bring the arm down and open the curl. Bring it up. Press it up. Down and open. Curl. I know I've been in the yard a lot, so maybe you've got some lawn food, some fertilizer. Anything works. Watering can, that would be a little awkward, but especially if there's water in it, don't use that. 1 more. I'm hoping that's number 4. All right, right about there. Now, preacher curl. Rest your forearm closer to the elbow here, on your left thigh, and curl the weight up. Extend the arm fully. Curl the weight up. There we go. Open and close. Open and close. Like I said, if this bothers your back, if this posture doesn't feel right, then sit up tall. All right, curl. 2 more. And curl. Nice. 1 more time. Stay with me. Curl. Bring that weight down and sit up tall. Excellent. Let's finish off those biceps here. Holding a weight. It could, you know what? It could be your water bottle. If it is, hold it end to end. Okay? I'm going to hold this kettlebell right in the middle. I'm going to stand up, set my feet side by side. I'm going to open the arms long and curl the weight up to the chest. Lower. Curl. Now, if this narrow grip bothers your shoulders, or arms, or wrists, elbows, whatever it is, you can hold 1 weight in each hand and continue this curl. But notice I'm keeping the shoulders very stable. Just bringing the weight up, down, curl it up, lower down, and curl it up. 1 more time. Nice strong posture here. There we go. Awesome. Lower that down. Put that weight Change the weight, one weight to one hand, right arm. And we're gonna do a little bit of rowing. All right, so let's say this is your chair front. You probably have an end to your chair. I want you to just get a hold of the edge here. Your left foot's forward, your right foot's back. You're gonna support yourself on that chair if you need it, or the leg. Reach your arm down into gravity. Now correct your posture. If reaching your arm down caused you to do this, lift that chest, pull the tummy in, and start our row. Ready? And pull. And pull. And pull. Good. I'm going to look out at the floor in front of me, about 4 or 5 feet away, keeping my neck aligned with the spine. Stay with it. 3 more. 2. And 1. I'm going to stand up. Woo. Turn around. Go to the other side. We're going to row with the left arm, meaning the right foot is in front. Bend your knees. Remember, you can support on the front edge of your chair if you need to, or on the thigh. And I'm going to pull the elbow back. Remember to look out at the floor in front of you, about 5 feet away. Keep the shoulder blade down the back. That guy right back there. I don't want it to creep up when I row. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yes. Stand up, feet together. Fantastic. All right, we're gonna go a little bit overhead with the weight. You're gonna hold it in the right hand. Remember, this is optional. Let me see how well this works with a water bottle. This should be fine. If you were to do this with a water bottle, the elbow is high, you're extending, and to take a little bit of the strain off of the low back, let's do this in a split stance. So I'm gonna put my right foot forward, my left foot back. I'm gonna bring that elbow up. Now, I don't wanna bend my elbow any deeper than 90 degrees. So in other words, don't let it drop back to the shoulder. Just keep it right there, hovering in space. And we extend the arm, and we bend, and extend. Good, so I've got this support just above the elbow so that my shoulders stay stable and I can truly isolate the back of the arm. Now if you can stabilize the shoulder without holding on to the arm, do that. Good. Either way, we want that elbow to always be pointing up. You want a modification? You keep pressing for 2 more. Here's the modification. Okay, just kicking the weight back. Last one. Bring your weight down. We'll go to the other side. Roll the weight up, press. This time my left foot's in front, my right foot's behind. Bend your elbow to 90 degrees. Stop it right there. Ready? Here we go. Press it up. Bend it back. Press it up. It's as if I'm going to put the weight down on my shoulder, but I'm not actually going to do that, so I'm going to stop at 90 degrees. Let's go to the core now. Curl, extend, and bend. Keep those wrists long and strong. Bend. Now if this is your weaker arm, you may want to maintain the support there above the elbow. 3 more. Press and bend. There's 2. 1 more. Press and bring it down. Yay! You can put that down. We're going to shake those arms out a little bit. Let's go to the right first. Right, left, right, and left. Stay with it. This should just be fun. It should be gliding in the shoulder joints. Now I'm going to reach, reach, reach out. Reach out for me. Reach out for your horizon. Reach out for the sun. There you go. You got it. 4. I'm reaching straight out in front of me. And 2. And then let's hold our foot stance. Let's work those shoulders a little bit more. Bring the arms up with a deep inhale. On the way down, stop halfway and bend your arms. Good, like you're posing. You're showing me your guns. Let's open up the hands though now and reach up, down. I want you to focus on the downward pull of the elbows of the shoulder blades. Good. With the arms lifted like this, we still want to keep those ribs balanced right over the hips. Exhale. Exhale. 4 more. Pull down. Pull down. Pull down. There we go. Reach up. Exhale, float the arms all the way down. Have a seat for a moment. I want you to bend your knees, pick up your toes up off of the floor. I'm gonna bend down and reach for my toes. Those are my levers now. What I'm gonna do is pull the toes down to the floor to stretch my shoulders. Drop your head now. Look between your knees, back behind your chair. So what I'm after here is the shoulders letting go. Using my feet here to draw more tension up into my shoulders for the stretch. And I'm slowly going to walk my hands up my legs, one at a time, hand over hand, as I slowly uncurl the spine. Make this a slow process, especially if you're prone to getting dizzy with level changes. Let's have a drink of water. Good work. Now we're going to do a little bit more shoulder work to piggyback on what we were just doing. But first, let's rotate the neck and see how it feels. Let's turn the head to the right. I'm going to reach my arms down like an A-frame. It's going to help me stay aware in my shoulders so that they don't move or pull along for the ride as I rotate the head right and left. I'm going to close my eyes just to get my mind focused on stretching the neck and stretching accurately. The spine is still neutral. That means our posture is as tall as it can possibly be. Rotate left one more time. And then straight ahead. Very nice. Let's gently nod the chin down. As you do that, pull the back of the head up. And then look straight ahead. Good nod. Avoid jamming your chin into your chest. Remember that? We just want to lengthen the back of the neck. Okay, straight ahead. One more time. And straight ahead. All right, we're going to stand up again. Right foot forward. We're going to move into more of a lunge position when we finish the shoulder work. All right? So that means the left foot, peel that heel up off of the floor. That way I can bend both knees pretty easily at the same time without losing the integrity of my posture. So I'm bringing the arms up again. Last time we pulled down. This time I want you to push up. Up, 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 up. So a completely different exercise. Avoid pulling the elbows down. Instead, pulse them up, using those delts. 8, 7, 6. Knees are still bent, they're getting some heat. 4, and 3. Here's 2, and 1. Take a deep breath up. As you exhale, step forward and together. Step the right foot back. Here we go, bending those knees. Arms long by your sides. Bend your arms to 90 and bring the elbows up and out. Rotate up. Bring them down. And elbows to hips. And float the whole arm up. Rotate up. There's rotator cuff. And down. Good. And again. It's slowly up. Both knees are bent. Rotate the arms down. Elbows to hips. Elbows out wide. Rotate. There we go. Now only rotate as far as that feels right on your shoulders. Your rotation might not look like mine. That's okay. Lower down. Maybe your elbow lift isn't as big. or as broad as mine. That's okay too. You can modify that and go lower. Oh, that even feels different. Elbows go wide, up and down. Flip the elbows down. Let's do one more out wide with the elbows. Bring it up. My knees are still bent. Getting some heat on my legs. Lower down and step forward and together. Good. Shake those hips out. Shake those legs out. Your chair's right behind you. You're going to act as though you're going to squat down to sit down. Then I'm going to stir the hips around. Nice big circle. I'm trying to let go of any hip tension here. By stretching those hips, hip flexors especially, we let go of low back tension. Those two are part and parcel. Keep going. And breathe. One more time. To the right, hips forward, tuck your tail. Good. Stand up, shake your legs out for just a moment, and then we're going to stir the hips the other direction. It's nice to get that little rest there. I'm going to do it from the side this time. I'm sitting back in a squat. Bring the hips to the left, around to the front, and then back to your squat. Notice as I pull the hips forward, I'm going to tuck my tail. Yep, as I go forward, I'm going to tip the pelvis forward. So find as many angles here to communicate with those hips and hip flexors. All those muscles that attach your legs to your pelvis. That's what I'm trying to get at. One more time. Up and around. Tuck, tuck, tuck. And back. And stand up. Yay. All right, I'm going to get my weight again in my right hand. Move my feet nice and wide. All right, we're going to try our little clean. We've done this in class before. It's very fun. Be very careful. Listen to your back. Use your left thigh as support as you bend your knees, and then bring the weight up to the shoulder, just like that. All right, bring it down between the knees, stand up. Down between the knees, stand it up. Now, it's important you keep the chest proud, the spine posture very supported and rigid. To come up, you can let that shoulder shrug up a little bit. Lower down, shrug it up, and pull to the shoulder. Now what's going on with my hips? They're back, and they're coming up and through. Lift the weight with the legs. Lift the weight with the legs. So you're kind of springing up. Hips come up and through. Back. Hips up and through. 2 more. Good. Keep those shoulders above your hips. Right there. Nice. Keep that weight in your right hand. Give me a front raise. Lower it down. Front raise. Good. Now I don't want this to hike up. I don't want to lean my body posture back. That's why we're only doing 2 more. Stay with me. Lots of nice heat right there. Lower down. Now the left hand. Feet go wide. All right, let's try that clean again. You're going to support on the right thigh. Slowly bend the knees and the hips, squatting, and then press the weight up through the legs, the power of the legs, pressing into the floor. Squat back, clean it. Squat back, clean it. Squat back, clean it. There we go. Now, because I've got a kettlebell, I have to maneuver it a little bit differently. You've got to weight. I'm just bringing it to the shoulder. Should be pretty intuitive. Sit back. If it's all confusing, then don't worry about the weight. The shoulder can help it up, down. 2 more. Chest stays proud. Shoulders stay above the hips as you go down and bring it up. There we go. And we have 5 front raises. Arm comes out in front, lower it down. Arm comes out, lower it down. Good, keep the shoulder down. 2 more. 2. Here's the load, yeah? Excellent job. Let's do a few halos. I'll do it with my water bottle, since that may be more the shape of what you've got. Okay, I'm gonna split my stance. You can choose which foot you have in front, which foot you have behind. Split stance, just a little distance between front to back, between the feet. The feet are still hip distance apart. I hold that implement, whatever it is, my little prop, about nose high, and then I wrap it around the head, wrap it around. My hair is in the way, so I'm trying really hard not to move my neck as I go around with this. Let's go the other direction. Be deliberate with this so that you can really listen to how the shoulders are responding. I want them to open up as I go. One more time. Out and around. Fantastic. Go ahead and have a sip of water. Let's work the balance a little bit. All right. I'm going to hold on to a weight. Weight always gives me a little grounding. Ever since I was training for a longer hike and training with a backpack on my back, since then, that was almost 5 years ago, I can't hike without a backpack anymore. It just keeps me grounded. And so I like a little bit of resistance when I work on my balance. It helps me to feel a little more grounded, a little more stable. That's optional though. If that's distracting for you, you don't have to do that. I'm gonna stack my feet, left toes behind the right heel. Now I'm on a tightrope. Please hold on to the chair back. Please hold on to your chair back to start yourself out. Okay, you've got that weight in one hand, the chair behind you. If you want to go to the weight, 2 hands on the weight. I'm gonna bring it up to the sternum. Remember, this is optional with this weight here. Now remember the feeling that we had when we were standing in a brisk, cold river? Or a swift, cold river. That means I want to narrow my sits bones underneath me, so pulling the femur bones closer together by adducting. That's going to trigger your glutes. Hopefully the pelvic floor lifts a little. And then I need you to manually draw those abdominals up and in, up and in. I'm going to look out at my horizon now. Look out at my horizon. There's our balance. Good. Nice proud chest. Now relax your shoulders if you happen to have gotten grippy in those. Shoulders aren't going to help you with balance. It's going to help is if we can let go of some of the tension here in the fronts of the hips and low back and shoulders. Transfer that energy to your core and to your river legs. Find a few deep breaths. If you'd like, you can close your eyes here and find your balance, as long as you're letting go with the shoulders and the feet and the hip flexors, low back. Those are all relaxed. It's like you're surfing now. Breathing easy. Okay, good. Catching yourself every time you wobble. Let's go ahead and open our eyes. I'm going to face you now. I'm going to roll my ankles out a little bit. Left ankle, and bring that weight over to the right arm. Circle it fully. Take the time to hit every angle of that circle, and then go the other direction with it. Here we go, stirring the ankle around. I'm even up on the tippy toe of my shoe here. I was going to mention footwear today. I know you're at home, you want to be comfortable. I'd rather you did not do your workout in your slippers or your Uggs or your flip-flops or barefooted even. I'd rather you were in your nice, sturdy fitness shoes that you would wear to class, that we would require at the gym. Feet are side by side now. I'm going to pull that right elbow out and up. Now, as the elbow goes out, notice the weight still travels in a straight line up and a straight line down. Strive for that. I can also see myself in the window here so that I can double check that that's actually happening. Elbow out wide, slide it down, bring it out, down, out. Good, how about two more? Two, and down, and one. Put it down, good. Let's put that weight down for just a moment. I want you to hinge forward. I'm still working the right arm, okay? Hinge your body forward, press the arm straight back, and hold it there. Stay there with that energy of reaching the arm back behind you, okay? Square the shoulders, the ribs, and the hips with your feet, whichever direction you're facing. Now by reaching the arm a little straighter, I'm gonna fire into those triceps a little bit more. Okay, I don't want you to go higher if it's going to cause your shoulder to dump forward or hike up. I want to keep a nice straight line there across the shoulders. Now what I'm going to do though is pulse the hand away. Think away instead of up. Reach it away. Reach it away. Good. Fingertips are longer. And 3. Abs are stronger. 2. And 1. And come on up. Support that arm in front. Or wrap it around and stretch that tricep and shoulder. All right, we're going to turn all that business around and we're going to start with balance. We'll put the left foot forward and the right foot back. I'm going to hold that weight in my left hand. Okay, so there's our river legs. Chest is proud. It's a little confusing for the body to have a load in just one hand, but that's good for our body. I want you to try to find level with your shoulders, find level with your ribs and hips. Find your river legs and relax your shoulders. This is the point at which you'd want to hold on to the chair for balance or your counter or whatever you've got. Whatever can help you stay upright and correct. Okay, river legs means I'm going to narrow the sits bones underneath me with about 20% effort. Then I'm going to close my eyes. Try to be still in that balance. Letting go of the feet. Whoa, this side's a little harder for me. Breathe. Heels are anchored. Oh, that helped me out. Toes relaxed. Shoulders, let go of them. Let go. They can't help, but the abs can. So can the breath. Woo! Okay, I'm opening my eyes. Gotta catch myself. Alrighty, right there. Let's go ahead and face forward again. I'm trying to remember. Ankle. Right ankle. That's always the challenge of continuing to add on to one side. I gotta remember it. For the second side. So you're rotating up onto the tippy toes if you can get there. Be really deliberate, be slow and careful. Hit every direction. Now go the other way. Here we go. Find your breath. Okay, feels much, much better. Feet side by side. We're gonna upright row with that left arm here. Remember the elbow goes out. The weight slides up and down. It's actually up against my body here. I wanna keep that close. Lower down. Slide it up. Lower down. I wanna make sure that I'm not raising the elbow so high that the shoulder hikes up. Keep that in control. Lower down. I like to say, don't be shy with your elbows. Sometimes I see a little bit of this. They're raising it up and it ends up all crunched up in the wrist and in the shoulder. No, we want to open it up. Open your chest, be proud. Let's do 2 more. Lower it down, curl it up, slide it down. Awesome job. All right, now We're gonna set those feet side by side. Reach your left arm long behind you. Now align the body. I've got all these windows that help me see that I'm squared off. I'm not pushing so high that my shoulder dumps forward or the shoulder blade slides up. I'm gonna keep those down the back. All right? So the arm, I can see that as I lift it, it's just even with my back. Now, to energize your triceps, reach the hand farther away, not higher. Just reach it back farther. Tummy's tight, let's breathe, and pulse, pulse, pulse. We're gonna feel these triceps tomorrow, I think. Reach, reach. You can make this as hard or as easy as you desire. Remember, you can do this seated if you need to. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's stand up. Yay! Bring the elbow up in front and support, and or add that reach. I'm going to check the time real quickly. All right. I'm doing great. Stay with me. Nice big reach and stretch. We're going to change that music a little bit so we can finish with a little bit of a cool back. Okay. Okay. Ooh, I almost missed my mark. Sit up nice and tall. Now on Tuesday, we crossed the right knee over the left knee. Today, if you can manage to progress that stretch and actually pull the ankle up over the knee, and then find square. And this is really where it's helpful to have your hips higher than your knees in your chair, whatever you're sitting on. Now I'm on kind of a bench table sort of arrangement. A bench is fine, unless you need that chair back when we're standing to help you with balance. I want to make sure my lines are straight. My left knee is right over that heel. It's not tipping in, right? Now I'm going to take my right femur bone and just pull it closer to me and then push it farther without causing pain, without causing any shock waves of the body, and just rotating that femur bone. Lift and lower. 3 more. And lower. And 2. And down. And 1. And down. Very nice. Let's take it to the other side. Left ankle over knee. Good. Initially, just find your lines. Find square. Not only do we want the knee over the ankle, but we want the hips to sit balanced. If you feel that one is hiking or lifting off of your chair, wiggle around a little bit. Maybe go to knee over knee. That's what gets you there. But wiggling, shifting until you feel balanced. This is a nice thing to do if you are at home sitting, like we do a lot of, I think, these days, and to practice this. And you'll notice over time, if you really are practicing this a couple times a day, it gets easier and easier. Okay, once you feel like, okay, I've got my lines, it's not painful, it's not too tight, I can move that femur bone now forward towards me and then away, just by pulling the knee in and pushing the knee away. This really is something I try to practice a few times a day, or at least to notice when I'm sitting. It's like, okay, you know what? I need to stretch. This is great for your hips and low back. Breathe. Always pair it with some breathing. If you're a walker, you're outside walking, see if you can take a minute at a time and align your walking with a breath pattern, just to pull you into that conscious effort of breathing well and to notice how you're breathing. We want to breathe deeply, especially when we're stretching and relaxing. Okay, There we go. Let's stretch the right leg out in extension. I'm at the very edge of my seat, but my sits bones are still on my table as I hinge forward, keeping the spine straight. Now my sits bones are tipping up off of the table. And then I'm going to sit back up straight and hinge forward. And sit up and hinge forward. And sit up. And as I hinge forward, I'm pulling my abs back. I've also got my hands here to remind me that I want to keep my hips at home as I stretch towards that leg, getting that hamstring longer and up. For the left side, let's not skip that beat. Let's go right into it. And up. Hinge. And up. Telling you what, that 45 minutes really flew by for me. Hope you feel like you got a little bit of work in. Remember, as you do this stretch, bend the knee if you need to. If that's what's going to keep your spine straight, bend the knee. If you can do it with a straight leg and keep the spine straight, that's great too. But the point is stability through the posture while you have the stretch. And I'm thinking one more time. And up. Set those feet on the floor. Good. Give me a quick twist to the right. Lift and elongate. Float off of your chair as you do that twist. Look past your right shoulder and go the other way. If you're a driver, you need to be able to do this. Every day, you need to be able to see behind your shoulder, to make lane changes, to park, to pull out of a parking lot. Float those hips off of your chair and then return to center. We're going to take a deep breath. Lift, lift, lift. Now soften your shoulders on the way down. Float the arms down as though they're weightless. One more time. Lift. Float the arms down. Hey, happy Thursday. This is our weekend now, isn't it? So I will see you next Tuesday, Tote Bag Tuesday. Nice strong tote bag, nice strong arms. I'm so glad you joined me today. I hope you're staying safe and healthy. Don't go out too soon. And I will see you on Tuesday. Be well.